My girlfriend is an heiress from the upper class of Jetland, and she is worth tens of billions of dollars. In order to test me, she has never spent a single cent on me, nor given me any presents during the 7 years that we have been together. She even splits the bill with me when we buy rubbers. After my mother falls severely ill, I borrow all the money that I can from all my family and friends. I only need $2,000 more to afford my mother's operation. However, even when I beg my girlfriend to lend me money, she refuses. After my mother passes away, I take care of everything on my own. When I go home to pack my things, I accidentally come across a list of presents that she has bought for our neighbor, whom she treats like a younger brother. These gifts include a luxury villa, a designer watch, and haute couture suits. There is also an audio recording of her conversation with her best friend, Tessie. I heard that Ethan begged you so he could borrow $2,000 from you. Is that true? Tessa Seinfeld snorts, and her voice rings out carelessly. Zeke's right. Only a leech would go down on his knees just for $2,000. We've only been together for 7 years, and he's already so eager to get money out of me. In the end, our 7 years of relationship mean nothing. It only takes a provocative comment from her neighbor Zeke Palmer for everything to fall apart. But it doesn't matter. From the moment my mother died, I have already decided to leave Tessa. I had just put the list of presents back in its original spot when the door to the foyer opened. Tessa Seinfeld swaggered over and sat down beside me, smelling faintly of alcohol. You disappeared for a few days. I thought you'd finally grow a spine and leave for good. You still ended up crawling back to me because you just can't leave me. Tessa almost blurted out that I had just come back to scam her out of her money. Perhaps from the beginning, she had only ever seen me as a leech who was after her money. I didn't even look up and just moved aside. I dodged her when she tried to hold my hand. Tessa was startled for a moment. She looked at her hand, then at me. She thought I was throwing a tantrum because of the $2,000 she refused to lend me. I've been drinking, and I feel a little thirsty. Make me some soup to cure my hangover. Tessa was always like that. She would unknowingly start acting like a spoiled heiress. However, when she had made her move on me 7 years ago, she pretended to be poor. She put on a terrible show, coming off as a broke young woman. Still, Tessa had me completely fooled. Ethan, I don't have anything, and I can't have a stable future with you. However, we can work hard and build a good life together. Back then, I nodded when I saw how sincere she looked. I lacked money, but I could rely on my own diligence and hard work to build a life for myself. I chose Tessa because I had been touched when she said that we could work hard and build a good life together. However, the longer we spent together, the more I felt that she was different from ordinary people. Tessa would show contempt for bargain-priced items without realizing it. She would also order me to do things that she could easily have done herself. When I was at work one day, I saw her get out of a luxury car and walk into a high-class club, surrounded by admirers. That was when I was sure that there was nothing but lies between us. She had always been afraid that I would go after her money. Tessa spoke again, interrupting my thoughts. If you want money in the future, you can just tell me. Don't use your mother's health as a smokescreen. Watch out, or you might end up getting what's coming to you. Her words made me feel that the entire situation was laughable. I looked up at her coldly. Would you give it to me if I asked you directly? Tessa was startled, and she looked hesitant. Then, confirmation washed over her face, and a mocking glint instantly flickered in her eyes. Zeke was right. You're only with me for my money. Tessa transferred $1.88 to me via her phone and added a note, labeling me as Leech. During the 7 years we had been together, I had never spent a single cent of Tessa's. I would even prepare gifts for her during our anniversaries or on special days. Tessa would accept them without any qualms, but she never prepared anything for me. She would remark sarcastically that men should buy their girlfriends gifts to make them happy, and that it was their duty. Despite this, she had described me as a leech. As an heiress from the